Hey, Big Daz here in the beautiful Blake Barrington. Anyway, me and little Daz went to the drift day yesterday down Simmons Plains for a look. Anyway, what blew me away the most, like I remember years ago, growing up, drifts used to be on Speedweek. It was on the SBS, good old Speedweek, good show. Anyway, drifting there, and they had one bloke in his V8. I think it was Robbie, I think it was Bolger. I don't quote me if that's is right how you pronounce it. Anyway, I think he was an Irish bloke or something. Might have got caught with drugs or something these days and might be doing jail time or something. Something like that. I don't know if it's true or not. But anyway, he used to have the Monaro, like the VT shaped model, the VX, whatever they come out in. And that was a V8. Like, it was tough. It was tough as guts. I used to pound him. Like, he used to wheel it off. And back then, everybody was complaining, being a V8 shouldn't be a drift car and rah, 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 and all this sort of stuff. All turbo cars and that. Right. But going down there, like, nearly over half the drift cars was a V8. Now, if you drove a V8, what's got a bit of kick with it, you sort of realise how easy it is to smoke the tyres. Well, I got one, and it turns the tyres over pretty quickly and kicks it out and that, and you can throttle it. But that's what I mean. It's a bit different because you had a couple of AU Falcons, like, and I was into it. I was having a crack. Had the cages in, cheese on the back, and I was into it. Like, and you know, cars and that, you know, like the barrel motors are pretty tough. Like, you get the turbo ones and they're off there, spend a little bit of money, 1,000 odd horsepower straight up. Anyway, these ones are just, I don't know, probably a little bit done to them. But they was getting in having a crack. But then you got a few turbo ones, which is cool. I like turbo drift cars. That's just me. I like them. But then the rest of them were just all V8s. Well, of course you can go out there and off your head. And sort of, I was disappointed. I said, I like me turbo drift cars because you hear the turbos pumping and banging and howling. But the V8 sounds cool and all. Well, don't get me wrong, that was cool. They was, but it's a bit of a. To have the Falcons like they was, but then them V8 looking things, it's a bit of a. Like, it was different. It wasn't much of a. Like, the V8's going to do it over. Unless you got a bit of money worked into the barra. I don't even know if there was barras. They might have just seen, what are they, 4 litres? 4 litre Falcon motors in them. They had a couple of Corollas there. One was, I think, was turbo. That was off its head. That they got in there. Then they had a V8 one. That was different. Like the wheels out the front stuck well out the guards. Just must why they had to put the V8 in it. But it was different though. That's what I said back in the day. Everybody whinged about having the V8 drift car, but now it's sort of just one of them things. And they get into it. There was one there, it was just off its head. It was a little light bar in it, and it looked cool. But he was off his head, that thing. But you could hear it. Like, he didn't need you didn't even have to work it. He just powered it, like, through the corners. And when you're throwing something like that, and you just throttle it, it's off his head. But yeah, it was just different, not what I sort of expected. I thought it would have been more turbos. I don't know, I've been in the drift for a while, been like having cancer and that, and I'd stay away from groups of people. That's the first time I've been for a couple of years, and back then there was only a couple of V8s and everything was turbo. So it shows how much I'm out of date. And everybody's sort of finally realising the V8 is a bit better, like gets in as a go, but it's rare that though. Like, it wasn't what I sort of expected. Not a bad day. Simmons Plains needs a bit of work, the old track though, I think. Updated, put some grandstands around it so everybody can look down on it and get better views and different things. But yeah, it's alright though. Cool. Up the V8, I suppose.